So guys, welcome to our next video. Today we are going to make a honeycomb for some of the laser engravers that we have. You can see we have the snap maker over there. We have a couple of others. We also have the orange longer. Let me see where it is. I'm not sure where it is. We have like 2 orange longers. We have the X tool. We have a couple of 3D printers over here have not been unboxed. But if any of you manufacturers over here on our channel, we are accepting your items for review. So here we have a couple of laser engravers. So we want to make a honeycomb for them. And this whole thing is going to cost us less than 20 bucks. And if you guys have gone on Amazon and all these other places, you already know that honeycombs can be quite expensive. I think I've seen them going for anything from $50 to a couple of $100. So for us, we're just going to make something simple. So the idea is we're going to make a frame. We're going to use a couple of planks that we have over here. Planks, you guys can get them from anywhere for just, I don't know how much it's there at your place, but for us, I think it costs us like, $5 or something. Apart from the planks, we're going to have a very strong wire mesh. I don't know the exact name, but that's what is going to be holding the wood. So we're just measuring. The X tool is going to measure 2 feet, or that's about 24 inches by 22 inches. So 24 inches by 22 inches is what will be fine for the X tool. So we're still using a makeshift ruler. So you guys make sure you subscribe to the channel so that we can be able to raise funds and buy some more tools. So we've just marked, that's the frame for the X tool. Let's do the other frame. And basically that's that. So it's an easy process. We just said you need some 4 frames. The frames on top, we're going to put a strong wire mesh. At the bottom, we're going to put a plate of iron sheet. And basically that's that. We'll have a perfectly working honeycomb for less than 20 bucks. Yeah. So if you're new to here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and watch the process as we take it from 0 to hero. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we need some masks, we need some, what are they called, gloves, we need some apron, but we put it there. So we just cut the planks for the frame. So next we're just going to assemble them, give them, cut them the right measurements, then put the wire mesh, and from there we'll be having our working honeycomb for under 20 bucks. Continue watching. Okay, so right now we're measuring the width of the honeycomb, and from our initial measurement taking, it was 22 inches. So getting some 22-inch stuff over there. That's for one side. Let's get this other one too. Our planks are not really straight because our vendors are a little bit shaky, but they will do for now. So just use whatever planks you have at home. We've chosen to use quite sturdy planks because the honeycomb won't be moved a lot, plus we need something that's sturdy that can hold the wire mesh. Oh, where's the ruler? So over here we're going to be having that 45-degree joinery. So of course you will need to cut these planks into 45 degrees at the ends. Using 3 feet. Okay, next planks are here. These are for the lengths, and for these ones we just need them to be 3 feet. Yeah. Oh, so we just need biggie too, but it's not the exact. Oh, so these ones we've decided they should be 3 feet because we're going to be buying the X-tool extension, so we'll need a bigger honeycomb. But of course, if you're not planning on buying the extension, you can just do your 2 feet by 2 feet, but ours is going to be 2 feet by 3 feet because we're thinking long term. So that's that. With our makeshift ruler, we're hoping next episode we'll be having the square or a stainless steel ruler, but anything straight will do. Okay, it's cutting time. It's cutting time. Our marks are there. Let's cut. So we need to cut the joints at 45 degrees. And when it comes to cutting these things at 45 degrees, you don't need a square. Just come to your circular saw. We have the Honeycomb circular saw. Then what you need to do, you can just adjust the blade over here. You just open it. Then you need to use some force to adjust it. You guys can see we have some markings over here. This is 0 degrees, 15 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees. So when you set the blade at 45 degrees, it's going to cut a joint of 45. If you needed 30, you'll put the blade over here. So it's at 45. Then let's just fasten it. And then now we're ready to cut. So there goes our plank. We need to put the blade at the very end of the plank. Then it will cut an accurate 45 degrees. So let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, next we're going to join these planks. Just see how we've done it rudimentarily with only one tool, circular saw. So we're just going to join the frame. You can see how it's going to look like over here. Loving how the 45 degree cuts came out. We'll just sand a little bit later, but for now, I think things are shaping up nicely. Okay. Okay, so there we have our frame for the honeycomb. We're just testing it and you can see it fits the X tool very nicely. So you just need to put the wire mesh on top, an iron sheet at the bottom, and well, that's that. So our angles didn't really come out at right angles. That's because our planks are not all of the same size. but that doesn't really affect the quality of work that we'll be producing with the laser engravers. In fact, we just needed something at the bottom to keep the mesh and the iron sheet. So this one will work perfectly fine. So even if you had a star one or a rectangular one or a triangular one, as long as it can fit the working area of the laser engraver, you're good to go. So next, we're just going to cut the wire mesh, put it on top, and then we continue with the build. Okay. So guys, here we have the frame, the full frame. It's coming out nicely, it's rectangular. The mesh is very sturdy. The whole frame is sturdy. It's going to be used for a heavy duty machine like the X-Tool D1 Pro or any of those other heavy duty machines. So next we're going to put the base. The base we're going to use a metal sheet, and for that we're just going to look for any iron sheet that is lying around of the compound, cut it to size, and then we're going to insert it at the bottom. So the iron sheet is going to be removable. It's going to be a removable base so that after the debris has been cut out from the laser work, we can easily remove the base sheet and clean it up and return it back. So join us as we continue the next build. We have some used iron sheets over here. I think they're going to do a good job. We don't necessarily need anything flat, just anything that's going to be used for the base. So from the looks of things, this is looking like a good deal for us. So we're just going to pick this, I'll clean it up a little bit, and then cut it to size, fix it on the base, and then we'll have a removable base of the DIY honeycomb. So that's that. So we are now going to make the base. We've talked about the base. For the base, you can either use anything that your laser diode module will want to be able to pass through. So for us, we're only using low powered laser modules. I think the highest you have is 20 watts for the Exul and the snap maker. So we know that the Exul and snap maker, they can't cut through metal. So that's why we opted to use either used iron sheet, or you can either use any other thing that is sturdy enough. Like here we have a gypsum board that we usually use to mix paints. It looks kind of nice, artistic, but it can also be used as the base for the honeycomb. So let me just take this here, see how it will look like. So there we go. It looks kind of artistic. I like the way it's looking, although its appearance won't really impact the quality of work that you'll be doing. You just need a base that cannot be penetrated by the laser, and everything will be fine. So for this honeycomb, we'll be using this gypsum board, but we are also making some other honeycombs for these other tools that we have, like the longer orange and the Ofero, and which other one do we have? Forgotten the other one. So for those ones, we're going to use a metal base because we don't have any more gypsum boards. And well, you're going to see how the rest are going to turn out at the end of the video. But for now, you have all the steps on how to make your own honeycomb at home, and it's costing you less than $20. Couple of dollars for the planks, couple of dollars for the mesh, then you need a couple of dollars for the board. For the board, you can use a used iron sheet or just anything that can't be penetrated by the laser beam, and you'll be fine.
A few moments later.
Here is our other, we've just finished the other honeycomb. This one is going to be for one of the other smaller engravers, probably the Ofero or the 35. As you can see, I have the mesh over here. At the bottom, we've used the rusty iron sheet that we told you about. It's looking like that. So if you're wondering why it's not stable or anything like that, remember this is just a base. You just need to collect the debris from the laser work you'll be doing. When the debris has collected over here, you can just take your honeycomb, go outside and pour the debris on either side. So that's why you can see the base is not reaching the ends of the frames, but that space is there basically just to let the debris fall off. And there it is. So we have a very sturdy honeycomb for one of the smaller engravers. We have another sturdy one for the bigger engravers. And that's, guys, that's how you make your own honeycomb at home. If you've enjoyed this video, let us know in the comment section below. And if you need any other things made, let us know. Plus, stay tuned. We're going to make enclosures for laser engravers. We're going to make enclosures for 3D printers, and a lot of pretty stuff that you definitely don't want to miss. Subscribe to the channel and give us some love by liking the video. Until next time, stay building.